Yo, what is going on, guys? Maze here, and today I'm gonna show you guys the best controller settings for Modern Warfare 3. This game just came out and you need to tweak these settings to become a very good player in this game. Now before we do get into this video, man, be sure to go down below and drop a like. Let's try to go for 15 likes on today's video. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. You don't want to miss out on the content. Alright, man, let's get straight into these settings, man. Be sure to pay attention because you guys need to make sure you guys have this correct. First, go to your options, go to settings right here, and first we're gonna go to the controller. Now, aiming input device, that's just going to be controller. I don't have a video for the mouse and keyboard players, so if you guys are looking for that, man, I don't even play that. Now, button layout, man. Now this is really going to depend on you. Firstly, I run tactical flipped. Now you guys can run whatever, but since I have paddles on the back, I don't know if you guys can see that, so I make it so the right bumper I can switch weapons and the left one I can jump. You guys can pretty much run whatever. Like, if you guys don't have paddles, I would honestly recommend you guys go ahead and go to stick and move flipped. That's gonna be the best thing to use. But if you got paddles and all that and you want to rock tactical flipped, it's a very good option. Bumper ping, I don't really use this personally, so I just leave this off. For this setting right here, I highly recommend go ahead and flip this setting because it's much quicker and more responsive if you use the L1 and R1 instead of the back buttons on your controller. Now, stick layout preset, I just keep this default. I really do not recommend you tweak this at all, man. Just keep it the way it is. Now, controller vibration, I always highly recommend everyone to turn this off. Pretty much this setting is pointless in the game, and again, man, like, you don't want your controller just shaking and vibrating whenever you're in a gunfight. Like, that's gonna throw you off, throw off your aim, and there's really no added benefit to having this setting on. Now, dead zone input, now this is the most important setting right now. Now you guys will see all these options down here. If you guys never played MW, this might be very confusing, but let me explain this. Left stick min, that's pretty much just gonna be your dead zone, right? So if I were to increase this number, you guys can see, like, just on the left side, this red circle is just gonna get larger. The larger the circle, the more input you would have to use on the left analog for it to actually register. And if you were to lower this dead zone, well, you wouldn't really have to move your left stick at all. If you just move it slightly, it's gonna register right away. Now, personally, the sweet spot for me is gonna be 7 because I can really move around and be fluid by just having the left stick at 7. I think that's perfect, and you guys should try that out. Left stick max, man, this is also another setting that's really good. If you want to max out your TAC sprint and move quick and very efficiently, you can just decrease this setting all the way to 60. So the highest my left stick will go is at least to the border of that circle. So, and I don't gotta move my left analog all the way to the end of my controller, where I can just move it just a little bit and it's gonna register right away. Now, right stick min, guys, this is gonna be your actual dead zone for like aiming and all that. So this is gonna be very important, and I recommend you go ahead and test this. First, I would say keep it at 10. Go to test dead zone right here and see if your right stick is moving automatically. And if you see any of them just moving or just rapidly like shaking or anything, what I highly recommend you do is increase this number by 1 and go to test and just keep doing that. Now, goal for you is to actually have this number low as possible so you can pretty much be way more responsive and have the best input. But personally, for my controller, since I kind of have a little old controller, man, personally for me, 7 is going to be the best. For some of you, it might be either higher or lower. It really just depends on your controller. Now, left trigger and right trigger, just keep this 0. Pretty much you don't want delay when you're pressing down your triggers. It's completely pointless and you don't want that. All right, guys, now for the aiming, man, I actually use 6.6 for my sensitivity. I noticed that when I went to 7.7, I really did not get to utilize that aim assist, and 6.6 just has it perfectly. If you don't like 6.6, you can always go to 7.7 or even 8.8. But after 8, I really don't recommend you go any higher unless you're sniping. These two settings I don't really change. TAC stance sensitivity, I just keep this at 1. Aim response, curve type, dynamic is going to be the best. So you have to test the standard linear, and they're not that great. And with dynamic, I feel like I have a lot more control over like where my reticle is going. All my sensitivity wise, pretty much everything in general, there's a lot more control. So firstly, use dynamic. Custom sensitivity per zoom, I recommend you go to 0.90 for the low zoom, and these settings down here you can just keep whatever. Target aim assist, 100%, turn this on. Now, aim assist type, man, this is super important, man. So the best setting in the game right now is going to be Black Ops. Tested default precision and focusing, and I'm telling you right now, man, Black Ops is the meta, bro. Just using this, bro, it literally feels like I have aimbot. Like, everything is so responsive, it's sticky, and I've literally been not missing my shots. It's that crazy, and I highly recommend this over default. Like, try this out, man. Trust me, you guys are gonna thank me, man. Use Black Ops, it's crazy. Now, motion sensor aiming, Like, you should not have that on at all. Pro players don't have that on, and it's completely useless, and you're not going to be a good player. Simple. For gameplay, these things are super important, so just copy this down. Automatic tactical sprint, you guys have to have this on. If you're a new player, pretty much, man, while you're standing, you can actually be able to slide cancel with this, so it's going to be super important. Auto move forward, keep this off. Tac sprint behavior, single tap to run. Grounded mantle, I have this off. Grounded, automatic, and automatic ground mantle, I have these three settings off. Dive behavior, I have tap to slide. Slide dive behavior, I have tap to slide, so pretty much I can slide cancel. If you have anything else, it's really going to be difficult. Plunging underwater, I just have this at free. Plane only, on, mantle only, and slide cancel sprint, I have this on. Now these settings down here don't really matter. The only thing I would recommend is make sure this setting right here is on tap to reload. If you're coming from Warzone, it might also be tap to interact because you want to pick up objects and all that. So go ahead and make sure this is on tap to reload. All these settings down here, you can really just keep whatever. It doesn't really matter. And that's pretty much it, guys. Now if you guys did enjoy this video, man, go ahead and drop a like and let me know what sensitivity you guys are using down below in the comments, man. All right, guys, I will see you in the next one. Peace.